Hi everyone. Thanks for being very early on time. Thanks for being on time. Yeah, meanwhile, while we wait for everyone to join, if you have any questions already, please feel free to drop them down in the Q&A box and I will get to that shortly. Yeah. Thanks everyone for being early. Any questions, feel free to put down in the Q&A right now. Okay, maybe let me do a quick introduction of myself first. I'm Yi-Zhen, account manager from the global selling team. Our team is based in Singapore and we support sellers to sell in the North America marketplace. So it's the US, Canada, as well as Mexico. So do take note that we do not cover Amazon.sg or Amazon Singapore. Yeah. So my team, myself, Rin or Yijie, we provide account management support for sellers like yourself during your first year of selling. So do check your inbox if for account management support emails. We would have sent an email to you guys once you have successfully created your account on Seller Central. You'll receive a account management support email from us. So do reply back so that we can help you to launch your store quickly on .com. I see that Roseanne already have a question. Yeah. So maybe let me, for today's purpose, I think since we have a small group here, just feel free to drop down all your Q&A questions right away and I'll just answer it directly, okay? So how long of inactivity does Amazon deactivate the seller account? So if you're asking about how long it will be deactivated for, it will be deactivated until you submit the required documents to reinstate your account. So if your seller account is being deactivated, that means when you log in into Seller Central, you see a deactivation status. Click through that, select reactivate your account, submit your personal documents as well as your utility bills to reactivate your account. Yeah. After your documents have been vetted and approved by our team, not our team, like the other team that's handling your this issue, then you'll be able to continue selling. My application for selling my product for Peitly brand keep getting rejected with reply, we reviewed your application and determined that you're not eligible to sell Peitly products. Can I check if you're a brand owner of Peitly products or are you an authorized distributor? Yeah, do share more information about this, whether you're a brand owner, that means do you have the trademark for Peitly or Patlai, if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. Yeah. Yeah, please provide more context on your application so that I can, and also your status so that I can better advise you. Meanwhile, maybe let me move on to the next question by Wilma asking about product liability insurance. Currently, I'm residing in Philippines and Amazon accredited firm has given us two options for insurance companies who offer global coverage. The rate is $1,000 USD annually, and I think this is too much. For Wilma, can I confirm if you are already exceeding USD $10,000 a month in terms of revenue? PLI is only compulsory for sellers that have exceeded $10,000 USD in sales. So if you haven't reached that yet on a monthly basis, then you got it. Maybe could you share with me your email address so that I can have a look at your account? Yeah, let me have a quick look. Unfortunately, in terms of pricing, we might not be able to lower down because it's actually a worldwide thing, but I will be able to take your feedback back to the team to see what we can do in the long run. Okay, give me a while to check on your account. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to drop in the Q&A box. Any other questions from anyone here? Please feel free to drop down in the Q&A. Okay, I see that Wilma, after we have checked with the team and I will get your account manager to revert back to you. I've taken down your inquiry. Okay, for the next question, for bundle variation, I have to pack the bundle before sent into FBA, or Amazon can help to arrange accordingly. Okay, so firstly, for Law, are you a brand owner? If you are not a brand owner and if you wish to sell a bundle variation, you have to pack the bundle before you send it to FBA, and you have to create a listing for that bundle. So my answer would be, if you are not a brand owner with a registered trademark, you will need to create a listing for your bundle and ship your bundle in. Okay, but if you are a brand owner, there's actually this tool called virtual bundle. Let me write down, if you are a brand owner. You may leverage on the virtual bundle tool so that Amazon can actually help you pack your ASINs that you want to bundle together in FBA before shipping out to customers. But that's only available for brand owners. Okay. Hope that answers. Must we have a barcode in order to list product? It depends on whether your category is eligible for GTIN exemption. So maybe let me go through the listing guide. Listing guide. Okay, so we do have this step-by-step listing guide, and part of it asks you to check whether you have a barcode, right? So if you do not have a barcode, you need to check whether you're eligible for GTNet exemption. Just click onto the link and proceed to apply now if your brand or product is eligible for GTNet exemption. Otherwise, you will have to purchase a GS1 barcode. So do look at our listing guide. Let me send it to you. Do review that and see whether you're eligible for a GTNet exemption. Let me send to you as well. Can we rewatch the video? Unfortunately, our Ask Me Anything session is not really, it's recorded, but we don't share the recording because it's a consultation session. Yeah, if you have any other questions that you want to ask and you missed out, you can ask again in subsequent sessions or reach out to your account manager. What are our options as we are approaching the 12-month storage mark to avoid higher storage fee? Okay, so there is I think 3 key things you can do. Let me write down. Number 1, you may choose to lower down your price. You may lower your price, or you may participate in aggressive discounts. Participate in Prime Day to run aggressive discount. Participate in Prime Day with aggressive discount to deplete your stocks. Let me write down as well. Okay, so the first way is to lower down your price, participate in Prime Day, so that you'll be able to deplete your stocks as much as possible, right? Then the second thing would be to try enrolling your product into Amazon outlet so that you can deplete your stock as well. Then the third way would be kind of like the last resort is to liquidate or remove your product to avoid the additional fees because it's really expensive. So overall, I would recommend you to, as much as possible, try to deplete your stocks. Sell them off during this upcoming Prime Day. So do run a Prime exclusive discount or Prime member coupon if you haven't already done so. All right, let me send this. We sell handmade products and we use Fulfilled by Merchant. So what are the shipping platforms you can use? So for Fulfilled by Merchant, it means that sellers will handle all the last mile delivery. Typically, you can use any shipping platform that helps you to fulfill your order. So we don't really mandate any logistic provider. So it's really up to you and what's available in your country. Yeah. Where or how to check if a brand name or product is patented? Okay, so if you want to check regarding brand name or product design, you can actually head over to USPTO website. So let me type. You can just Google search for USPTO, search for existing word or design mark or patent. Okay. Also, if you are like keen to get a trademark, if you are keen to get a trademark, you can actually reach out to like our IP firms under the IP Accelerator program. Let me just send you services so that you can actually get your trademark at a competitive rate. It's a negotiated rate by Amazon. And as part of the administrative service that the provider will do, they will actually help you do a check whether there are any existing, whether the brand that you wish to get trademark for, are there any existing trademark already to prevent or avoid any rejection. Yeah. Let me send the link for IP Accelerator so that you can have a look. Must we have a US bank account to be able to sell in the US marketplace and also the UK marketplace? No, you do not have to have a US bank account. You can actually have a SG or whichever country bank account, just that you need to be able to receive like a US currency. Yeah, just make sure that you can receive the respective country currency. Some of the sellers that we manage are using like e-wallets, like like Payoneer, World First. Yeah, you may explore that as well. Yeah, for Elton, maybe you haven't. Let me see if you have. We can only text our reply, unable to chat here. Oh yeah, I mean you can send your chat here as well or follow-up questions. Can you help me check why Seller Central reject my private brand? Okay, so typically if you want to get a brand name exemption, let's say if you do not have a trademark, you will have to raise a case with seller partner support. You have to tell them that you wish to get a brand name exemption for your brand. Then after that, you need to submit a photo, a real life photo of your product or product packaging showing that your brand name is permanently affixed on your product or product packaging. Yeah, your brand name must be permanently affixed. And what it means by permanently affixed, that means it can't be sticker, it must be printed on like the packaging or product. I have submitted all you have mentioned, including the below. Invoice. Pitline. Okay, let me do a quick check whether it's an existing brand in Amazon. Yeah, let me check whether it's an existing brand. You are not a reseller, right? It's a private label brand under my name. Let me do a quick check, okay? Maybe it might have been rejected because there's an exact same brand name. Let me just do a quick check. Have you checked your eligibility, whether you are able to get a brand name exemption for this brand? Because actually we do have a website to check that. Let me send it to you so that you can have a look. Yeah, have you checked via the GTIN X browser to see whether your brand name is eligible to get an exemption? I've sent the link. Let me check. Sometimes I would say that our sellers get rejected because the image that they submit is not clear or you submitted too many images. So in this case, I think to better advise you, can actually at the same time, could you share with me what product category are you trying to sell in for the Pitline brand? Oh, your images are already approved. Could you share with me your email address as well? Your Seller Central email address. Okay, the next question is how do we bulk upload listings from another platform like Shopify, Shopee, and Lazada? So there is likely a third-party API you can use. Let me see if I can. API Shopee. Let me do a quick search. Yeah, I think there should be marketplace APIs, which most of the time is paid. You can do a quick search on Google to find like a list of those available ones. But I will recommend you to make it easier or to save costs in the long run. If you don't have much product that you want to list and sell on Amazon, I'll recommend you to list it manually or just use an inventory file to do a bulk upload to Amazon directly. Yeah. So without using the API, actually it's much faster. Sometimes the API might have like technical errors, etc. So sometimes it's, let's say if you're selling less than 10 product, it might be easier if you just manually list. Unfortunately, there's no way to expedite Amazon decision. Yeah. Okay, Elton, let me check your account in a bit. Is that for Elton, is that your email address for your selling account? Because I can't seem to find your account. Can you share with me your storefront name? Okay, there's another question on trademark. So our brand trademark is registered in Malaysia. Do we still need to register in the US? So according to Amazon, if you want to enroll into Amazon brand registry, let me just show you the eligibility criteria quickly. So, okay, let me show it here. Okay, so there's a list of eligibility criteria, and Amazon only accepts trademark issued by government trademark officers in these few countries. So Malaysia is actually not included here. So if you wish to enroll into brand registry, you will need to get ideally a US trademark, especially if you want to sell on Amazon.com, because you need the trademark in a country of sale so that you'll be protected both by Amazon and by the law in that country. So I'll recommend you to get a US trademark. So if you wish to get a US trademark, we do have IP Accelerator program where you can get it at a pre-negotiated rate by Amazon. So do look at that. I'll recommend you to get a US trademark. Recommend to get a US trademark so that you'll be able to enroll into brand registry. Okay, I had a lot of dramas linking listings with registered brand. Should listing be done before brand approval? Will my second item face the same issue? How can I ensure that the new listing is linked to your brand? Okay, so most of the sellers that I've managed or I know, usually they're advised by their trainers to kind of like create a listing with a fake name or like a NA name. Then after that, you can just uh once you get your trademark, then you try changing your brand name with seller support help, right? So unfortunately, this is not really advised by the Amazon team. Ideally, we would want you to successfully enroll into brand registry before even creating your listing, so that your brand name will already be approved. Once you create your listing, you can actually create for the approved brand name, right? So if you actually put in like a fake one or NA or generic or if you haven't enrolled into brand registry, basically another brand name, and after that you enroll into brand registry, it's going to be very tough to get seller support to help you change, because brand name is actually a fixed attribute on the product listing. So it's really very hard to change, especially even after you have sent in your FBA shipment. So in our Amazon training portal, as part of our brand registry video, we actually recommend, or I would say the most optimal time to enroll into brand registry would be before listing. But now that if you have gotten your brand approved already, that means you have successfully enrolled into brand registry, then there shouldn't be any issue for your second item. Usually it's the first item where you do it by the buy left way, then you'll be affected. But the second item shouldn't be affected if your trademark is successfully registered. Yeah. I hope that answers your question. But don't worry, you can reach out to account manager if you still face any issue. Okay. Thank you, Elton. Let me check on the account again. Oh, Elton, actually you're like I'm managing your account, so don't worry, I'll follow up with you on that. Let me do it quickly. My GT exemption is approved with Amazon providing with their SKU number, request to share what documents to submit for private label products. Let me do a quick check. Meanwhile, if anybody else have other questions, feel free to drop down. Otherwise, we'll probably be ending this session early. Okay, for Elton, let me share with you the next step, and please follow up. I'll follow up with you over email as well. So let me write down here first. Number one, let me chart from SPS. GTIN exemption has been approved. Let me write down number two. The requirements that for I will drop my email down also. Forward me the required documents. Okay. Okay. I will ideally reply by tomorrow. Do drop me an email and let me investigate further. Because usually it's a bit strange. I've never seen or not really seen much cases where seller partner support actually require you to submit your invoice details. I'm guessing because Pitline brand is already registered. Yeah, actually I just checked. There's a registered brand under Pitline. So I guess maybe this is why you are not allowed to get the exemption. Yeah, I see there's a registration number. You can head on to USPTO website to check. I think this is the reason why. Your brand name is probably clashing with one of the other seller who is already enrolled into brand registry. So naturally, the seller that have a registered trademark will hold kind of like precedent over the brand name attribute. So let me share with you their registration number. You can do a check. If your trademark is very similar to theirs, as in not trademark, your brand name logo is very similar to theirs, unlikely you'll be able to be approved for your brand name. Yeah. This is why if you want to sell on Amazon, usually we'll encourage you to get your trademark, so to ensure that you're not clashing with another brand that's already selling in the US as well, to protect your brand in the long run. Because let's say if you want to sell on Amazon, you are here for the long-term game instead of short-term, right? So getting a trademark is best to help you protect your sales as well as your patent or whatsoever in the long run. Yeah. So I think this is the reason why they ask you to submit invoice number. No, unlikely is your product type, because your product type is actually not a gated product. Gated product, that means it's not a restricted product in Amazon because it's just a hairbrush. Yeah. Usually the only reason why they will ask you to submit, like let's say an invoice, is because you're trying to like uh sell a product that whereas like the trademark is already like registered, if that makes sense. Yeah. If you're trying to basically, if you're trying to sell a product that is already has a registered trademark, like the exact same name. Yeah. That's the only reason why usually seller partner support will ask for an invoice. And because I just checked back and there's actually a brand that is already registered under Pitline, the exact same brand name, this may be why they have triggered you to submit an invoice. Yeah, I think because they recognize you as not the Pitline brand owner. Yeah, the brand name, the exact brand name I've shared with you in the chat is called Pitline, and their trademark registration number, I've also shared that with you as well. If your brand name is very similar to theirs, unlikely you'll be able to successfully list your product under this Pitline brand because they are already registered. So technically, if you are trying to sell a product under this brand name, you are kind of like infringing their trademark rights. Yeah. So I've shared with you the registration number already. You can have a look via the USPTO website. Yes, Pitline is a registered brand name in the US. Yeah, this might be the reason why they ask you for the invoice. And because your invoice technically, your product is not purchased from the actual Pitline brand, this might be the reason why you are rejected. Yeah, correct. I hope that Yeah, I hope that clarifies. Yeah, this is quite a unique case. I seldom see this actually. Speaking of invoice, do sellers need to provide official receipts or sales invoice? What if buyers ask for receipt of their purchase? So if buyers on Amazon.com buy your product, usually Amazon.com will have like a receipt that's sent to them, so you don't have to provide it. Yeah. The only reason why you will need to present your official receipts or sales invoice is when, let's say, you are trying to sell in a gated category and they require you to submit a receipt to prove a certain thing. Yeah. So don't worry about that if Amazon never asks you for it. Yeah, unfortunately, if Pitline brand is already registered and you're trying to sell under this brand, unfortunately, you might not be able to even list under this brand name because it's already a registered trademark. So no matter what document you submit, unlikely you will be able to list under this brand name. Yeah, because it's a registered brand already. So, mm. Oh, okay. If you are trying to sell under that brand name, let me double check whether there's any existing brand there. Okay, if you're trying to sell under this HETAN brand, it's not registered yet. So all you need to do is to follow the steps that I've shared with everyone above. Follow the steps and you should be able to get a brand name exemption. Yeah. There's no registered brand, so you should be able to list under this brand name. So just follow the steps and submit the real life photo showing that your brand name is permanently affixed onto the product and or packaging, and you should be able to get it smoothly without them asking for your invoice. Yeah. So just follow the steps, especially step 2, and just raise a case with seller partner support directly. This brand shouldn't be an issue. Okay, any other last question? Also, Elton, you can just follow up with me over email as well if you have any issue with like this brand that you're trying to register, like this brand name you're trying to list in. Yeah, I've dropped down my email, so feel free to just email me. Okay. Any other questions before I end this call early? Let me see if there are any. If there are no other questions, do follow up with your account manager. So just some last words. Do take note that Prime Day is upcoming. If you wish to participate, the Prime Day promotion submission window is already open. So go and run your Prime exclusive discount if you are eligible. Go and run Prime Day coupons if you want to. Usually we'll recommend sellers to do Prime exclusive discount instead because the uplift is higher. Okay, so if you have any question, just reach out to your account manager, anything regarding Prime Day. And if not, I think we'll end this call earlier today. I hope I helped some of you. Okay, then I think thank you so much, everyone. And see you in the next session. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thanks.